guys are joining in, I'm going to show you our setup. You can see the pillow behind me. This is all of our stuff that we just piled into the back of the truck. We have a subwoofer in there that we thought was necessary, but we haven't been using it at all. And let's see if I can get it. There it is. Yes, not the Audi, the breakfast nook. That's where we've eaten every meal so far, right there in the bed of the truck. Mainly at gas stations. It's actually been really, really nice to get out and stretch our legs. What's up, what up? I'm seeing all the comments now. Bed and breakfast. Yes, I love it. So yeah, maybe if we end up doing this again, we'll like make decals for the truck and just call it the bed and breakfast. That's a great name for your truck. I mean, it's not gonna like time machine. It's gonna look like a DeLorean. You're gonna wide body it and drop it. 26 hours of driving. I think it's like 1,800. I can still. Okay, well, anyway, I'm not used to doing this on the phone. You're headed to Phoenix. I go to ASU in Tempe. Well, dude, come to Phoenix. I don't know. I've been to Tempe before, but we will not be going there. We are going to Phoenix, and then I'm in the car way in the morning. So. But you can see it right here, look at that. I'm driving down the highway. So, pretty cool. We're really tired, super sleep deprived, well fed. We've been eating pretty good because we went to Walmart before we left, but definitely tired. We stopped in Louisiana last night thinking we were gonna sleep, and it was like 1,000,000 degrees. So if any of you guys from Louisiana, just middle of nowhere Texas. I'm losing it. All right, so what I'm going to do, talk about a topic kind of as the topic of this live stream, but I'm also opening it up for questions. We're going to do this kind of live stream from you guys, and we'll do that as well. So let's see. Your build inspired me to buy and build a B6 VR6 4Motion wagon. Wow, that's cool. Very cool, dude. Send me pictures of that on Instagram. I'd love to see that. I don't know what that means, Riggin. I don't know what that means, dude. Yeah, and then how many miles on the dad wagon? It's like 170,000, and that's why we replaced so much stuff. So like the timing belt, the power steering pump, all the cooling system, the coolant flange, the all the air intake stuff. We replaced all the vacuum hoses. I mean, like everything on that car has been. Oh, Pacific Northwest. See, I'm just unschooled. Let's see. I don't have any plans to go to the Pacific Northwest, and I'll get to that in the topic of this video, but yeah, I mean, if you win a car, if somebody wins a car up there, we'll go that way. I would love to travel around and meet a lot of you guys, because I want to meet you guys, but you're spread out all over the country, so hopefully that'll happen. If that becomes a thing that's feasible, we'll definitely do that. All right, we got 30 people on. So I'm gonna go ahead and start. So when I posted the one of the giveaway videos, one of the most recent ones, I got a comment that said that kind of a string of comments that were talking about like how much money I've made off the giveaway, or how like I'm doing the giveaway to make money. And so I was thinking about that. It's kind of funny, and so I started like adding up the cost of the giveaway. And you guys know I did like a total like build, and stick with German cars. We'll talk about that in a minute. But I did like a total build breakdown. It's like $10,200 and something to build the car. So with YouTube, I've told this before, basically on YouTube for me specifically, and I think this is pretty much standard, but you make about you make about $1 per 1,000 views. So for me, that translates to like, typical month is like $500 or $600. A good month is like $1,500. So, which sounds good in like a chunk of money, but anywhere from 20 to 60 hours a week in YouTube, it's not great, but I love it. And so with that, last year into the dad wagon, we put about $7,000 of what I would call YouTube money into the dad wagon. So that's money that came from like what the channel produced. And then the rest of the build came from me. So I already owned the car. It was my personal car before I decided to give it away. And so that money just came from my like account, I guess, if you want to call it that. So yeah, so what did it cost to build, or what's it costing to give away the dad wagon? Well, I had $2,600 in the car before I started the build, and then this trip is bleeding me dry because we're driving a giant diesel. So I think at the end of this whole thing, it will have cost me about $3,100 to give it away, plus everything I made on YouTube last year. So it is a huge cost, but I'm saying that to say this. This has always, 100% always been about helping people. It's always been about giving the car away because it's something I wanted to do, not because it was like this scheme to make a buck. Money, it's a lot easier to make money in a lot of different ways than YouTube, or especially giving stuff away. But the point of this channel and the reason I'm doing this is because I genuinely just want to. Like, I've talked about this before, overhauling had a huge impact on my life. The TV show and Chip Foose, like his design and everything, had a massive impact on my life. And part of that impact was that he was able to give people cars that were like dream cars they would have never been able to build or afford or whatever for free. Like they were just given to them. And I've always wanted to do that. And YouTube kind of opened up this avenue where it made it not easy but feasible, right? So for this channel, that's the goal. That is the purpose. Is not like to make a whole bunch of money. If we do, that's great. We'll give more cars away. But if we don't, like, we're still going to give cars away because it's what I want to do. And as long as I'm able to do it, even if it means like making sacrifices, that's okay because I want to do that. So anyway, that's the answer for that question. Am I going to stick with German cars? I am taking a very long, maybe lifelong break from German cars. Why, Chase?
Because German cars are horrible.
Well, okay, we're getting into tough waters there, but
yeah, I'm a little more stern about it than a lot of people.
Yeah, he doesn't really like them. German cars are really hard to work on. They don't like high miles, and so they're great if they're like new, you know. But for me, I buy a lot of old cars, and old German cars tend to have lots and lots of problems. So for example, with this car, it cost me almost like $3,000 just to get it to run correctly, like just in maintenance parts. So I didn't modify this car a lot. I started to. I actually have like half or more than half of a big turbo kit we'll talk about later for this car, but I ended up not being able to afford it because of how much the maintenance costs to get it to a reliable state where I felt good about giving the thing away. So I'm going to stay away from German cars for a while just because they're time consuming and they're really, 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 really expensive. Even if you do them cheap and you do all the work yourself. I will, dude. I'm not gonna be in Arizona. I've got to be back. I actually got to be in Georgia this weekend. So, which I live in Alabama. So Georgia's like next to Alabama. But I've got to go back. We're gonna give the car away and literally turn around. I think we're gonna stop at the Grand Canyon because Chase has never seen it. And then we're gonna come back to Alabama. So I wish I could stay for the meet. I love car meets, but I still think it's gonna work. I see a huge trend right now in giveaways on Facebook, all which require money. $1 equals 1 entry. Yeah, so let's talk about that for a second. So as you guys probably know, I don't actually give the car away. I sell it for $1. And that kind of pushes me under the giveaway rules. There's a lot of rules, a lot of things that have to be in place to give something away in the U.S., specifically something like a car. And then when you get into the $1 entry, you get into kind of a gambling area where you have to have a lot of paperwork in place proving that you're not a gambling agency, but you're a sweepstakes agency. I don't know much about that, but I kind of want to stay away from it for two reasons. One is because I don't want you guys to have to do anything to win the car, if that makes sense. Like, I want it to be a true like giveaway. And then two, at this point in the channel, it's just easier for me to not have to deal with lawyers and paperwork and things like that. So maybe later we'll end up doing something like that. Long-term goal for me is not so much that direction, but more of like a nonprofit that gives cars away regularly. Like and that could change, but for now, that's kind of where I'm seeing this going. So it may not be give away custom cars. I may just do that to kind of bring attention to the nonprofit, but giving away cars like people need, like a really, really awesome Honda Civic that, some guy that his car just blew up and he needs a car, like we could just give him one and be done with that. Would I build fans cars? I've thought about this too. This would change a lot of the channel, and it would probably make it a lot easier for me if the contest was, if you win the contest, I build your car, right? So that is a thought. I've thought about it. I'd have to see how it goes because the fan would have to like trust me to build their car, and I would have to be able to do it on a faster time frame. So the next few builds, for you guys to know, what we're going to work on is building cars quicker, right? Right. So it won't take a whole year to build a giveaway. We're hoping it'll take like a few months. Check that thing out. Yes.
Turbo love.
Yeah. So that's the plan. If we can get to that point and it could be like, hey, I need your car for 2 months to build, then I think that becomes more feasible. Did you ever think of making the car faster? Yeah, I have, like, I'd said this a minute ago, but I have a full, like, tubular intake manifold, blow-off valve, and a standalone ECU for this car that I just couldn't do because it costs too much money to get it running correctly. So it's sad, but it's just the reality of it. Am I going live for the giveaway? No, I'm going to do a video for the giveaway, and that'll happen on Sunday. So the way I'm going to roll out content is I'll roll out footage from the whole trip, and then on Sunday we'll do a big reveal. That's kind of my YouTube day. So we'll do a big reveal on the video, and it'll be really awesome. What's up, David? Let's see. Are you thinking of a new build? I'm thinking of 5. So we have one that we will sort of reveal Monday, kind of the next giveaway. We'll show some teasers for that Sunday, I mean. And then we have the hot tub time machine, which we will be building at some point. We need funds for that. And then we have, let's see, what do we have? Oh, the Corolla. So we've been building the Corolla. We have a lot of builds coming up.
I mean, you can talk about my car, but you just have to stress that it's.
Oh yeah, we have a BMW 2002 that we want to LS swap, but we're not there yet. So who got the car? Andrew is his name. His name is Andrew. Okay, yeah, somebody answered Caitlin. Okay, so Caitlin won for her husband Andrew. Yeah, it's been awesome to see, like, the channel grow through this. Yeah, so Sam said, I think giving the car away like you have has paid off in the sense of how much the channel has grown from the content. David, you guys, if you want to come work with me, message me on Instagram. I'll always take free labor. Let's see. Am I giving away the Rolls Royce? I don't know. We'll see. If that video, okay, so here's how that'll work. If the Rolls Royce gets, I like that name. I like that name. Anyway, if it gets a lot of views and it does really well, and I can justify giving that one away as well, then I'll do that. Right now, I don't. All my money is on that trailer right there. Like, right there, you guys are looking at it. So I can't give it away now, but if it does really well and you guys really love it and watch it and share it with people, then yeah, we'll give it away for sure. Past month. Hey, thanks so much, man. Hey, let's see. Let me read. It's kind of hard to read your name. I'm sorry. Hard Style. Thank you so much, dude. I'm so glad you're part of the build crew. It's good to have you. Can't wait for the new builds. Dude, me neither. I'm so tired of building the Audi. We are in Texas next to a really long train. I don't know if you guys can see that, but it's like, I mean, really, really long. I can't see the end or the beginning of it. So it's, you guys, I don't know. Either way, that's all I know. Stanton, Texas, not to be confused with Scranton. My actual job, I am, oh, what's up, from Japan? I am a cheerleading and gymnastics coach. So that's what I do during the week. Next giveaway might be the van. I would love to give the van away, but we got a lot of work to do on that thing if it's going to be a giveaway. Yeah. So yeah, I'm a gymnastics coach. That's my job. So nothing crazy, nothing special. I don't make a lot of money, which is why it took me a year to build this car. So that's, it's gymnastics. Really bad for you. A loss of money. Yeah. Well, so I said this a minute ago. Let's see. Made tasks. I don't know what you're. Says, don't give away the car. It would be really bad for you. A loss of money you put into it. Yeah, but that's the money. I don't really care about the money. Like, money, you can make money. Like, this is more about doing something for somebody else that is like special and different and powerful. How supportive was your wife in the giveaway? She seemed surprised when you mentioned the amount you put into the build. Oh yeah, that was kind of a joke, but people really blew that into something that it wasn't. She was super supportive. I mean, I talked to her before I ever even announced it on the channel. Everything that I do on the channel, I talked to my wife about. So, told her that's what I wanted to do. I was thinking about it, what she thought. She 100% supports it. She knew how much money it cost. From that point, from when I announced that I was giving it away on, all of that money came from money I produced via YouTube. So the like $7,000 and something was what I made on YouTube last year. that all went into the Audi. So it didn't pull from like our personal family funds, that makes it a little bit more palatable. Texas, I'm guessing you're from Texas, Jonathan. Everything is bigger here. What's up from Germany? Thank you so much, dude. What does my wife do for work? She coaches as well. We work at the same place. Oh, so David, yeah, for real, dude, message me. For you guys, specifically you guys that have skills, either skills that are like better than mine, which, you know, is likely, but then also skills that are different. So engine building, engine swapping is a big thing for us right now. Suspension building, like custom suspension building, chassis, stuff like that. If you have those skills and you want to, like, that would be a massive help, because we have a lot of old cars that we're wanting to like put on air and stuff. And so that's going to be kind of that would be really huge for us to be able to learn with somebody that actually knows what they're doing instead of just figuring it out. Am I driving? I'm not driving, so I'm in the US, so this no steering wheel on this side. 23:25 in Ukraine. That's, what is that? 23:25 is 11. Yeah, time. 11:30.
Yeah.
11:30 in the Ukraine. Dude, thanks so much for watching. I love how the channel has grown too. It's made this really fun. What's up, John Boy? I'll message you if we end up going back through Dallas, dude. Yes, okay, so the Corolla is going to be an easier project. Okay, let me read this. I don't know if you guys can read this, but it says, I guess there will be a couple easier projects before you do a project as big as this again. I have like 4 projects that are real easy, that should be like 1 to 2 week builds. They'll be really fun to watch, big transformations, but they won't be as long as the Audi. And with the Audi, something I learned was like that if I plan really well, I can use up less time. I didn't really plan the Audi really well. It was just kind of one of these things like, I'm going to do this thing and we're going to build it this way and we're going to give the car away. I didn't really plan, and that's why it took so long. So I think the channel needs short builds, and I think we've learned how to do that with this experience. I live in Sweden. Well, I'm not very close to Sweden. I'm a little far away. Yeah, so better way to get in touch with me, you can email me at build.caleb@gmail.com. I check that frequently. And you can, I get on Instagram pretty often and check messages there. But if you're having trouble getting me on Instagram, just email me. That works. The kit that I made is one of one. I made it out of an E36 Pandem kit. So you can't order it, but I am going to try that. The goal, so buying old crappy cars and fixing them. Dude, I'm so stoked that you're watching on vacation. This guy says he's on vacation, Dominican Republic. It's a beautiful place. It's much more beautiful than Chase's truck. No offense, yeah. Chase. Scott. Yeah, you can just come tell jokes while we work. What is it? Oh, I don't know. Oh, yeah, look at that. Fire. There's just fire coming to the ground because it's Texas. All right, and then let's see. I'm going to answer a few more questions, and then we'll get off.
On the Texas front, did you ask about El Paso?
Oh, okay. So for you Texans out there, I have a very important question. We're going through El Paso. We want really, really good tacos. So if you know where to get good tacos in El Paso, hook me up. I would like to do an air-cooled bug. One of my dream cars is an air-cooled 911, so, you know, all the way from Africa. Wow, way to go, dude. That's awesome. All right. It's from Tristan. Says, what are you going to do with the Corolla? Yeah. All right, so with the Corolla, the plan for the Corolla is we're going to drop it. I'm going to show you guys how to lower it. Okay, let me say it this way. The Corolla is going to be my high school budget build. So I've got a lot of people that watch my channel. They're like, I love what you do. It looks really fun. I want to do it too, but I don't have money. And so I'm going to kind of take what I made in a year in high school and use that as a budget for the Corolla build. Okay, so we'll build the whole car on a very, very tight budget. We'll still build it well, but I'm going to show a lot of DIY stuff. I may add a DIY paint job, like a small compressor with that. Just stuff like the kind of stuff I did in high school to build cool cars. I'm going to show that on the channel. I think it'll be really interesting to do. It'll be challenging for me because I kind of moved away from build cars for $1,500 or so. But I think it'd be good for you guys, especially you guys that are younger, that are trying to get into this. but see these guys building cars with $3,000 wheels and think, well, I'll never be able to build a car. So let's see. We were watching in Bama. Thanks so much. What up, Eric? What up, Landis and Jerry? Delivering the car to Arizona. Let's see. Ex-mechanic. I would love to build a Honda. I really want. So another dream car is an Acura NSX. Maybe one day. Oh, I did. So I'm not a mechanic. I'm a gymnastics coach. I just learned how to work on cars by buying old cars and fixing them when they have problems. Kind of like what we did with the Audi. Yeah, so you just graduated high school, which means you have no money yet. So I'm going to try to help you build your car and make it cool. All right, how am I? I'm good, man. I'm tired, and I'm really like stiff from sitting in a car for 23 hours, but we're good. We're going to go to Phoenix. We're going to sleep in a hotel tonight, so we're stoked about that. Listen, I think we're going to get off. We're going to go try to find because we're both really tired. Thank you guys so much for being on the live stream. Thank you so much for all the questions, for kind of keeping up with everything. I'm posting on Instagram through the story. Hey, are you good? They want to know if you're good.
I'm excellent. A little bit sleepy.
A lot of it. I'm posting on my Instagram story just pictures and stuff from the trip, and then there will be video from the trip as well that'll come out. I think the first one will come out tomorrow. I'm having trouble uploading because we're in a truck. So, thanks so much, guys. We'll see you soon.